Hey, what is going on, everybody, and happy early New Year's. I'm actually gonna be putting out another video that will be more thoroughly addressing New Year's and all the new things to come in the new year and my plans and everything for the channel. But today, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite things in the world. In this last year, we have uploaded more food content than all of the years previous combined on my channel. And that's because I've been really trying to venture outwards with food, trying to learn different things, trying to understand different ingredients and just the way that food works. So I thought it would be appropriate to end this year out with my top 3 favorite meals that I learned this year. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna show you guys what the meals are, and I'm even gonna show you guys the recipe really quickly so that you can do it on your own. All right, first things first, of course, I have to start you guys off with sushi, avocado sushi, and you have to have a specific type of rice. So this is the brand that I use. It's sticky rice, so after you cook it and boil it, put it in the fridge, it'll be ready for you to use whenever you want. So you're just gonna spread it all over a nori sheet, and then you're gonna press it until it kind of, mushes together into kind of one piece instead of a bunch of different pieces of rice. Then you're gonna take an avocado that you've cut in half, cut vertical lines into it down to the skin, then use a spoon to scoop under all those vertical lines. Then you're gonna have these nice little slices that you can use for the sushi. This is how everyone does it at sushi places. Flip over that sheet with the rice on one side, and then you're going to layer your avocado vertically down the sheet. Now you can use your bamboo roller, which you're gonna have to get if you wanna roll sushi, but I'm telling you, it's so worth it. And you're just going to use it to pull that sushi sheet down, that nori sheet down on itself, and really tightly roll the avocado in, using the rice to keep everything stuck together. And you're just gonna keep working up an inch at a time, making sure to, again, tuck and pull tight, and then roll another inch, tuck and pull tight. And then at the end, you're gonna have a nice tight roll. You can wrap this in like a plastic wrap, even tighter, to make it more tight if you've kind of rolled it a little bit loose. But after 10 minutes, it comes out of the fridge and it is ready for cutting. You're just gonna cut it with a very sharp knife. You can do this kind of tactic if you don't have a super sharp knife. You can cut it by just going up and down like very slightly until you start the cut. Otherwise, if you press too hard with a dull knife, it'll just squish everything out of it. Then we're gonna top it with some panko breadcrumbs. And finally, we're gonna use some unagi sauce, which is like a really sweet, delicious sauce. And you don't have to do those last 2 parts. You can use whatever you want, but that is how we like to decorate our sushi. Finally, we serve it with a little bit of wasabi, a little bit of some pink ginger, and on the side, we're gonna have some soy sauce to use as well. But that is it. Sushi is so freaking good, and it's expensive if you get it from somewhere else, but this is an easy way for you to do it yourself, and once you kind of learn how to do it, it really is not that hard. Fettuccine Alfredo. Oh, this is so good. Huge credits to Hot for Food for showing me this one. It is like, it's unbelievable. You think fettuccine Alfredo and it doesn't even hit your mind, but it is so good. So a little bit of olive oil, some minced onions, 10 to 15 mushrooms that are sliced, and then you're just gonna let it cook in the pan, and mushrooms have tons of water, so you're gonna let them really cook out until that water's out. While you're doing that, you're gonna take 1.5 cups of raw cashews, not the salted cooked ones, and you're gonna soak that in a cup of hot water for about 10 minutes or so. Put that into a blender with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then just blend it. The longer you blend, the better. Get the chunks out. Now you're gonna put your pasta into a boiling pot of water so that can also get ready while you're cooking this. Last thing, you're gonna throw 6 to 8 cloves of garlic in here and let that cook out, just because garlic takes a little bit less time to cook than mushrooms and onions. And then after you have all of these ingredients cooked down and really ready for this next step, then the juicy part of putting white wine in there. 1/2 cup to 1.5 cups. It's gonna make you feel like a chef. It's gonna make you impress whoever you're trying to impress. You cook that down, and that's gonna evaporate, cook out, and then you're gonna be left again with some pretty dry ingredients. And now it is ready for the Cashew Alfredo pasta sauce that you just made. It's gonna look very thick for sure. You're just gonna mix that in there, and then immediately after you got that mixed in there, you are going to add a cup of veggie broth. And this recipe is so good. Like, when you're looking at the ingredients, it doesn't do it justice because you don't think that it's gonna be as good as it is. It is so good. So you're gonna add the pasta to the frying pan, rapa-cha-cha it up, put some black pepper on it, and babushka! You have yourself some of the most delicious Alfredo you're ever gonna have. I just found this one out. I have absolutely fallen in love with it. I make it probably 3 or 4 times a week. So basically the same premise. You're gonna start with a little tiny bit of olive oil. You can definitely go less than a tablespoon. Put some onions in there that are minced, a whole onion, and then you're gonna use 5 to 10 mushrooms that are sliced. And then after that cooks down, get the water out of that. Again, same thing, gonna put some garlic in there. This is a great way to start anything that you wanna start at all. It's always gonna taste good when you start with those 3 ingredients. Now, once all that's dried down, you're gonna use some flour, 1 to 2, maybe 3 tablespoons, depends how thick you want this sauce to be. You're gonna put that evenly around all these ingredients. Then you're gonna take a teaspoon of nutmeg, give or take a little bit, depending on if you like the flavor of this. And then finally, you're gonna finish with some black peppercorn that you're just gonna spread all over it. Now, you're gonna mix these dry ingredients in the pan so that all that wetness that's still kind of on the outside of the mushrooms and the onions are absorbing this flour really well. Then, you're just gonna put a cup of any type of plant-based milk in there. You can do a little bit of coconut milk if you want to add some fat in there. It's gonna be creamier, but it's gonna add fat. Or you can do almond or cashew or whatever you wanna do. I use almond. And then you're also gonna add a cup of veggie broth. You're gonna mix all that up. And then this is it, it's done. And once it starts boiling up, then you put all of your raw green beans that are washed, but you don't have to boil them or anything first. They can just be completely raw, put them in there, let it simmer for probably, I'd say about 8 to 12 minutes. It really depends if you want them al dente or a little bit more cooked, but it's so simple. That is it. That's it. And then you just plate it and you have one of the best ways to get tons of veggies in. And you can put any type of vegetable in here that's hard and crunchy at all, broccoli or anything. Oh my gosh, this is so good. It's low fat and it's a solid way to get a ton of greens in. So I just tested out my green screen for one of the first times that I've done it. It's the first time I've ever done it on the main channel. I've done it a few times on my second channel if you guys have seen that. But I just was trying to do something different and kind of just trying to recap the year instead of just doing one of the same types of videos that I've done all the way up to this point in the year. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of a different look. I thought this would be a really cool video idea for people who are new to the channel because maybe they have never seen these recipes been done in my full day eatings before. And then I also thought it'd be cool for people who've been around for a long time because maybe before this video started, you already guessed, like, I think it's gonna be this, this, and this. Because I know a lot of you guessed the chili was gonna be in there, but I really had to make a hard choice whether I wanted to put the chili or the fettuccine in there, and the fettuccine beat it. But I thought this would be a cool way to look back on the content that we've created on the channel, as well as highlight 3 really good meals that I guarantee if you try them, you are going to fall in love with them. I love you all. I hope you're having a fantastic, fun New Year's weekend. Definitely please keep it safe, man. Don't drive drunk. Don't put anyone in danger, man. That's the worst thing that you could possibly do is put someone else in danger. Like I said, there will be a New Year's video coming up very soon that will explain all of the plans for the next year here on the channel as well. Equipment upgrades and all sorts of different stuff. I am really excited because I do have some big plans for this coming year. So it's gonna be a lot of different content that will follow because of that. If you enjoyed this video though, please give me the thumbs up. Helps so much get this content out to other people. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die, MIRIN, motherfucker.
Team Beyond the Week.